I started by selecting one glass block from various color options. I squeezed a small amount of water for upcoming drilling. Using an 18mm diameter diamond hole saw attached to the cordless drill, along with the cooling water and RPMs management, I made this drilling job effortless. I also drilled another hole on the side. Drilling glass can be quite easy with the right technique. To begin, start drilling at an angle to form a small recess, which will keep the hole saw in place when the drill is straightened up to the surface. The front hole will be filled with a small faucet, and I found that 5 minutes epoxy was the perfect adhesive for the job. To add a nice accent around the perimeter, I'll be using Ferrous string LEDs. This one has 100 individual LEDs fitted on 8 meters of wire, and I'll be wrapping that length in loops around the glass block. Now let's set the glass block aside and move on to the wooden part. I adjusted a 20 degrees angle on my table saw to give the board a bit more detail. Next, I used the miter saw to cut 21 cm length pieces with 45 degrees angles at the ends. With 4 of them on a table, it is more or less clear what will come next. Every time I use this masking tape trick to hold the pieces for gluing, I'm amazed how well it works. Now it gets a bit tricky, because I need to mark and drill 4 holes at a 45 degrees angle. I had to modify my small drill press and create a custom drilling jig to achieve that drill angle. All that preparation pays off when you end up with a perfectly drilled holes. And I was ready to glue in 4 wooden dowels. Once the glue dried, I trimmed the ends using a Japanese pull saw. It is an indispensable tool for such tasks. To finish the wooden structure, I used a rectangular piece of walnut and added a small chamfer using a chamfering bit on my homemade table router. It is a small but very nice detail. Moving on, I drilled 4 representative holes to correspond with the glued dowels. A bit of wood glue applied and spread around the holes will permanently hold the dowels in place. Now we need to create a pocket hole in the bottom part to accommodate the power source of the Ferrous string LEDs. The simplest solution that came to mind was to use my homemade table router with a custom-made jig. This allows me to mill a specific area only. I used a 20mm straight-cut router bit and milled in small depth increments. You can see how this jig helps me to work effectively. As I mentioned, after each pass I raised the router bit and repeated the step until the pocket hole was at the right depth. The final step for the frame was to drill a hole for filling. To assemble everything in the wooden frame, I need to disassemble the battery box and rewire the power wire into the millet pocket hole at the bottom. I used a small flat screwdriver and a hot soldering iron to get the job done. The wooden frame was made with a very small clearance tolerance to hold the glass block in place without any additional adhesive. Some wiggling was necessary until the glass block was perfectly positioned. To finish the bottom part, I rewired, soldered it and reassembled the battery box. I permanently attach the battery box with a pair of lines of 5 minutes epoxy. The final piece of the puzzle was a cork plug from a bottle to cover the filling hole. I didn't want to use a corkscrew to pull out the cork because it will damage it. Instead, I used a lighter trick. By heating the small air gap inside the bottle, the heat pressurizes and eventually pushed out the cork with an impressive pop and bang. And there you have it. The cork came out without a scratch. I applied some clear hard wax oil to the surface, not only to protect the wood, but also to bring out the rich wood color and texture. I'm really pleased with how the ferrostring LED adds a nice touch to the glass block. It makes the glass part stands out, especially during cozy evenings. Even without a liquid inside, it works as a lovely mood lamp. Another great feature is the wide range of color options for the glass block, so you can easily find one that matches your personal taste and interior decor. I build a lot of things, and I've never worked on a project without learning something new along the way. As a visual learner, I find it most effective to gather the information I needed by watching visual content, like YouTube videos. If you're also looking for a fantastic learning resource, I highly recommend Brilliant, the sponsor of this video. Whether you are just starting out or aiming to deepen your understanding of advanced topics, Brilliant offers an interactive approach to learning math, data science, and computer science concepts. Brilliant is an incredibly effective learning platform that helps you master concepts through hands-on problem solving, a method proven to be 6 times more effective than traditional lectures. The content, crafted by experts, builds your understanding from the ground up. As you engage with the Brilliant's interactive lessons, you will not only gain real knowledge, but also strengthen your critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Plus, with its bite-sized daily lessons, Brilliant makes it easy to develop a powerful learning habit that fits in your busy schedule, helping you grow both personally and professionally. What truly sets Brilliant apart is its personalized content, which adapts to your skill level. When you sign up, you can take a quick quiz to match with lessons tailored to your interests and proficiency. So, whether you're brushing up on a linear algebra for graphic programming or diving into computer science and tackle coding challenges, Brilliant provides support through your learning journey. If my videos inspires you to work on similar projects, I hope I can also encourage you to try everything Brilliant has to offer. You can sign up for a free 30-day trial by visiting brilliant.org/welldonetips or clicking the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye!